known for its beautiful skylines, but it also boasts world-class cuisine built on generation of Cantonese traditions.
Here to show us how dried seafood, traditional cooking methods, and cherished family recipes continue to shape one of the world's greatest culinary cities is Michelin-starred chef Vicky Chang. Welcome to The Social. We're delighted to have you.
Pleasure to be here.
Okay, so Hong Kong is known as one of the world's great food cities. What do you think makes its culinary scene so special?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, Hong Kong is an island surrounded by beautiful waters. So, this is, since years and years ago, it's a big fishing village. So obviously we have crazy amount of great seafood. But not only that, it is so multicultural. If you want the best of Korean food, best of Indian food, French, Italian, obviously Chinese, it's all there.
One-stop shopping for all the meals.
Yeah.
Well, you have brought some incredible dishes with you today. So let's jump in, starting with sweet and sour chili XO sauce with steamed rice. So tell us about this one.
So, XO sauce in Cantonese cuisine in particular is one of the most important sauces. It's always in combination of different types of dried seafood, bringing in a very complex umami. In this case, you have the dried scallop, the dried shrimp, you have the dried ham. And in our particular case, we've added additional caramelized onion, different types of vinegar, so it's much more complex. Obviously, you can put it over vegetable stir fry. You can do so many things with it. It's a condiment.
Okay.
But one of my favorite ways is to put over hot steamed rice.
And it's
Beautiful.
not too spicy, but it's got a lot of
Yeah.
it's got some heat to it. It's a perfect amount.
Lovely.
Can you tell us a bit more about the dried seafood that you brought today?
Yeah, so on the table I brought, I couldn't bring everything, but if you ever come to Hong Kong, I'd love to show you around.
Okay.
It's an incredible category of ingredient. So dried seafood, when we talk about it in Chinese cuisine, there's 4 treasures. So there's the sea cucumber, there's the dried abalone, there's the fish maw, I'll explain in a second, and then the 4th one is shark's fin. This one we don't touch too much. Yeah.
Yes.
But in this particular case, the fish maw is one of my favorite ingredients in the world. And what it is, it's a swim bladder of a fish.
Okay.
So it uses it it's a mechanism that helps fish float in the ocean when they're deep in the water. It uses less energy to blow up like a balloon.
May I touch it?
Yeah, please.
And how much is something like that worth?
Yeah.
So this particular piece here is about $800 US.
I'll get that back to you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna try something with fish maw in a minute, but right now the next dish that we have up is actually called drunken South African abalone. That sounds amazing. Walk us through this.
Yeah, so abalone is, it's a prized seafood where it's not a bivalve where it usually has, like clams and mussels, it has 2 valves, right? So in this particular case, it's almost like it's more like a whelk. So it sticks onto to stones and rocks using what is called foot. And then this particular one comes from South Africa. We cook for 5 hours, so it's super tender. And then we marinated it in Chinese rice wine.
Oh, it's so lovely. It's got a sweetness to it.
Exactly. You got that complexity coming from the spices.
So abalone, can you just tell me what it is again?
So basically it's more like a whelk. So it sticks onto stones, right?
Okay.
But this is the foot.
Yeah.
So,
I see.
Yeah. So you got
it's
the
like
shell
an
here.
exposed muscle or
Exactly.
I see.
Yeah.
Stuck on it.
Yeah.
Wow, it is delicious.
It's a little creature.
It's a little creature.
It's a little creature.
Hey, we got to keep moving on. So why don't you tell us about a fresh chicken soup you brought?
All right, so the fresh chicken soup is over here. So soups in Chinese cuisine is very important to our culture. So it's the most welcoming and nourishing way to come home to. So whenever, it's like, for example, my mom living here in Toronto, the first thing I went home to open the door, hey, here's a bowl of soup,
Aww.
So it's always been a thing in Chinese culture. And it's always, yeah.
Sorry.
So this one is rich in collagen,
You can see it, yeah.
Exactly, that skin
so
on top is coming from the collagen of the chicken bones, and in this particular case,
so good.
you got that $800 fish maw inside.
Seriously.
So I have to ask, why is the fish maw, which you described so wonderfully as the bladder, the swimming bladder?
Yeah, the swim bladder.
Why is it considered such a luxury?
Well, number one, it's full of collagen.
Okay.
Right? So also same like this sea cucumber over here. It's extremely high in collagen. It is using, like I mentioned, it blows up like a balloon. So naturally it's just made of almost like 100% collagen.
Okay.
So this
You would
here,
soak it? Like, would you soak it?
Yeah, you reconstitute it?
it's a very long process. So basically from here to until we put it in the soup, it's about 7 days of process.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it involves cold water, hot water, steaming, soaking, very long process.
So it's filled with love and intention.
Yeah,
to do that.
love
That's
and
amazing. I
intention.
love it.
Cynthia Loyce, that's
Thank
a
you,
nice thing
thank
to
you,
say.
thank you.
That's beautiful.
Listen, our final dish also features ma, and it's also got fish. It's called fish ma with caviar and quinoa.
Ooh.
Tell us about this.
Yeah, so dried seafood is a big cultural food in Hong Kong. And only in Hong Kong you will find this many varietals and also the amount of it actually in Shangwan, an area right next to my restaurant. And so in there, in the same building, we have two restaurants. One is Wing, which is my Chinese restaurant. We would call it boundaryless Chinese cuisine, which is what you just experienced here.
wow. Okay.
Right? And then you have Veya, which is my Chinese French restaurant, where we take the same ingredient, but we're presenting them in two different identities. And so even though they're fish maw, even though they're still $800, but this one is presented in the French way. So you have a French butter sauce on the bottom, mixed with Osetra caviar, and also a little bit of crispiness coming from quinoa.
Is this the fish maw? Is it also sort of a product of nothing goes to waste as well, like in Hong Kong cooking?
Yes and no, because it dates back so many years ago where, drying sea cucumber, abalone, fish maw becomes like a luxury. So what it literally is like our truffles and caviar.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it's you go into a shop. There's a saying: you walk into one of these shops, its value is more than like a jewelry shop.
Right.
Like this particular one here is white fish maw, even though in size is much smaller in comparison. But this fish maw is known for its medicinal purposes.
Oh.
So it's known for pain killing. So when you have a C-section, when you have giving birth, or when you have a surgery, this is the most famous fish maw to pain kill. So back in the days when you didn't have medics on the boat, you go out fishing, you come back days and weeks later, you have this in powder form, so you put it inside soups.
Right.
And then it naturally pain kills. And so this particular one is $1,000 because of its medicinal purposes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, before we let you go, if someone is going to be going to visit Hong Kong for the first time, what are some must-try dishes you would say?
Ooh, so always the first thing I say when somebody asks me this question is, what do you want to eat? Because we have literally everything in Hong Kong. But I always say that if you're visiting Hong Kong, I would personally suggest you to have things that only exist in Hong Kong. For example, the abundance of incredible species of seafood that we have around just the island. Number two would be the absolute most beautiful barbecues that we have in Chinese barbecue. So the roast goose, the char siu, the roast ducks, and all of the above. And I would have to say third, we probably have some of the most incredible dim sum.
Dim
So,
sum.
yeah, that makes sense.
So
That makes sense.
good.
Chef Vicky, this was absolutely enlightening and fascinating and delicious. I can't
Thank
thank
you.
you enough for joining us.
Thank you so
That
much.
was wonderful.
Our next guest is a storyteller who loves to share his experiences through food. And today, he's taking us on a journey to his homeland with a spread of souvenirs that he brought back from Korea.
So here to teach us how to throw a souvenir dinner party is Chef Sang Kim. It's so nice to have you back.
Wonderful being back.
Okay, perfect. Well, this is such an exciting, interesting way
Yeah.
of talking about a trip, because instead of bringing back knickknacks, and we all love a knickknack, not gonna lie, okay, from our travels, you say that it's actually best if we can actually share gifts that we bring home, such as ingredients. But what is the best way to approach this?
I think, if you're going to have a dinner party, first of all, you want to be mindful of the type of guest that's going to be there. And I like mine to be a little bit more on the adventurous side.
Yeah.
So food and ingredients that are just kind of on the horizon, on the outer rim of the English lexicon. Remember, like kimchi 15 years ago, nobody knew what it was, right? So that kind of thing. And also that if you're going to feature your food prominently on the dinner table, make sure it's front and center. Move the other stuff out of
Right,
there.
if anyone else brings a dish,
forget it.
put them to the side.
To the
Yes,
side.
that's not what this is about.
Those are
That's
side dishes.
beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, so stuff that maybe they might not have the opportunity to try, you're bringing it to their table. So you've truly brought us a spread from your travels to Korea, which we're seeing now. We're starting off with a drink. So tell us about this rice wine and where you got it.
Okay, so this is called makgeolli. You're all used to the Korean soju, right?
Yes.
Which is a
Yes.
distilled
Yes.
rice wine.
Yeah.
This is actually fermented.
Fermented,
Yes,
okay.
it's fermented rice wine, creamy, slightly tart. It's got a little bit of effervescence. The beautiful thing about, feel free to drink anytime. The beautiful thing about it is that it's very light in alcohol.
Okay.
But it's used to be something that you give to older men, right?
Oh,
but
thank you.
now, but now more you give it to younger people because you're going to find it at every cocktail bar. So that's the traditional one from my ancestral village.
I am honored to be tasting this.
Yeah, you
This
should.
is beautiful.
Do you like it, Jess?
It is so lovely. It's delicate. There are nuanced flavors that I'm not smart enough to tell you what they are, but it's gorgeous.
Yeah, and it was meant for my best friend's Christmas party, but I told him, no, I have to bring it here so Jess can drink it. So- and then the other one, Jess, is an infused one. So a lot of the younger generation love this. Again, light in alcohol, but it's got peach in it.
This is fun.
Yeah.
That is so beautiful. Okay, next up, we got to talk about this Korean pear. Tell us about why it's a special treat.
So this is called pear. So if you imagine a Granny Smith, making love to Grandpa Bosque, this Bosque pear, that's what you get.
I've never seen this before. Have
So
you
it's
seen
an
this?
it's an Asian pear,
think I have.
right? So it's taste it and you see that it's got it's got that crispiness of a Granny Smith, but it's also got that kind of finish of a Bosque pear. So this I've put into this salad. I like bringing a gift like this because it's kind of unique, but at the same time, everybody knows what a pear and apple tastes like, right? So this has got some walnuts in it, some of the pear.
God.
Yeah, and with a bit of a punchy type of gochujang dressing that I made.
Wow.
So good.
I mean, this whole salad is beautiful. Okay, I can also see on our plate we've got a dried date. So tell us about these and how you like to serve them.
Most of the dates that my friends go on is considered quite dry, but this here is called techu. It's a dried jujube, right? It's got a pit in it, so be careful.
Okay.
And I do very, very little to it. All I do is just boil it.
Okay.
So it gives it a little bit of tenderness, but then you can taste that it's slightly medicinal, slightly sweet, but it's really, really good for you. I just found out that it's something that a lot of Korean women use or eat a lot of to have that porcelain-like skin.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
sign
Let's
me
just
up.
take the whole thing there and we'll eat that. Okay, next we're talking about Spam. I'm assuming this is quite different than the Spam that we get here in North America, correct?
Or that you get on your computers, right? So this spam is it's salted pork shoulder, pork butt,
Right.
and made famous in Korea during the Korean War because they use it in a famous Korean stew called the pudetjjigae, right?
Okay.
Army-based stew, and this one, of course, is different from what you get in North America because it's the pork is a higher quality, the salt, all of that. The terroir is different, so you're going to see that it tastes a little bit.
It does taste different. It's really good.
Yeah, I quite like it. Is that weird to say that I really like it?
You're Filipino, you eat a lot of it.
We eat a lot of spam in Filipino culture. This is a really interesting souvenir because you bought seaweed squares
Yes.
home. Why is this a good souvenir to bring back?
Okay, because now these days, roasted and salted and seasoned seaweed
things, yeah.
is very, very ubiquitous. You can get them anywhere now.
Yeah.
But this one in particular is one that comes from near my ancestral village. You can only get it in Korea. So I've cut them up in squares, rectangles. And the best way to eat this is on its own, or you can put a little bit of the rice that I've made.
So the rice, you put the Spam in the rice.
I did.
And then it's also, we've got the seaweed on the side that we can eat it all together.
That's right.
If I were served this at a souvenir dinner party, I would be very, very pleased. This is so good.
This is delicious.
Yeah.
Now, you also have a type of banchan? Tell me what that is and why it is a special souvenir.
Yeah, so it's not banchan, it's panchan.
Oh,
right?
panchan.
Panchan.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I'm speaking Greek right now, but panchan.
Panchan.
Panchan is, you know all of those little side dishes you get at a Korean restaurant?
Yeah.
That's considered panchan. It includes kimchi as well, right? So you're getting all kinds of stuff that you can get in cans. In Canada, like Korea, it's a hiking camping culture. And so you can get these like in these cans instant, and you open it up. Something like the kimchi here, believe it or not, you just add a little bit of water and it goes, and you have instant kimchi. It's pretty good, actually.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Delicious.
What a great idea to bring back.
So the one that I put on there is braised anchovies.
Oh!
That's what I was going to say. I taste anchovies.
Yeah.
This is delicious.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to finish off with a dessert drink, and you have brought us a rice punch.
Yes.
Okay, tell us about this.
So no alcohol.
Okay.
Sorry, Jess. And but it's got rice. It's slightly
Oh,
sweet.
yes.
Right? And this is something my grandmother was famous for making in our village, right? And it's just something to finish off your meal with, right? Nice and sweet, slightly
Beautiful.
Yeah.
But not too sweet. It's very comforting.
Yes.
Even though I have no point of reference for it to be comforting for. Maybe it's because you're such a comfort. It's true.
This particular brand that you guys are tasting is one of my favorites. Again, you can only get it in Korea, and it's again close to my ancestral village, and it's something that really warms my heart because it reminds me of my grandmother going through the effort of making this.
Oh my gosh,
My
that's so beautiful.
goodness.
Yeah.
You know what? This is way more fun than having to look through a bunch of photos. What do you
Yeah,
say?
no kidding. Better than a
Okay.
keychain.
Better than a keychain, yes. Saying this was beautiful. Thank you so much for bringing
welcome.
us.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Well, people tend to think of Korean food as being meat and seafood driven, but you might be surprised to find out that many dishes are actually vegan.
Here to share some of his favorite plant-based recipes is the one and only Chef Sang Kim.
Hi, thank you very much, ladies.
We
Thank you for
love
me.
having you on the show, not just because you feed us, but today, can you start off by telling us a bit about the history of vegan food in Korean culture?
You know what? Every time you ask somebody Korean food,
Yeah.
there's three things that come to mind: KFC, Korean fried chicken,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Pork bone soup, and of course Korean barbecue, right? But what a lot of people don't know is that Korean culture has always been historically a Buddhist culture. And so what you had over many, many centuries is nuns and monks that adhered very, very closely to veganism. And then, of course, with the popularity of temple food recently, what you had is, the ordinary people like me who really, really went to it and said, can you actually make things like mushroom taste like meat?
Yeah,
Right?
it's a big question.
So, yeah. So that's basically what the history of veganism in Korea is. Still alive. Very
Still
much.
alive.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna try some traditional vegan dishes that you prepared for us. And we're gonna start with mushrooms, and you're gonna get us working in the kitchen. So
Yeah.
let's get started. What should we do first?
Okay, first of all, let's turn on our
Okay.
grill. So
How do we do that?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay,
Turn
got
it
it.
over, right?
I like a medium heat, you think?
Sure. Let's do that.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, I
If
have
the
fire.
butane, yeah, yours is fine.
Okay. Take the mushroom.
Yeah, so I want you guys to take the mushroom. I've already cut them,
Thank
right?
you.
And what I've done is I've cut them into about 1/2-inch slices, right?
Gotcha.
It's gonna get it pretty meaty. What I want you to do is dip it into the marinade.
Okay.
Okay.
Flip it over, right?
Okay, dipping.
And then let's add it to the grill. And let's put a few of them on. In fact, let's put all of them on.
All of them?
Okay.
Okay.
And these are king oyster mushrooms?
King oyster mushrooms, they're also called king mushrooms, they're also called trumpet mushrooms.
So are these the only mushrooms that kind of have that meaty taste when you cook them, or any mushroom can have this?
This one in particular.
Okay.
This one is beautiful, and it's really interesting because, you know what, I wish the entire audience can try it. Maybe they can try yours, Jess.
Yeah.
But
I'm happy to share.
but it's because this one,
we
with
go.
this marinade, particularly tastes like beef.
Well,
It
tell
tastes
us
like
about
beef.
the marinade. What's in it?
So the marinade is just your classic kalbi marinade, right? Kalbi, of course, is short rib, short rib cuts of beef, and what it is, of course, is made with a soy sauce base. It's got sesame in it, of course, onions and garlic and all kinds of other goodies, but the most important part is this.
What is that?
This is Asian pear.
Oh,
Yeah.
those are delicious. I've
Yes,
had those
very,
before.
very crunchy, but
Yeah.
also so juicy.
Yeah.
Natural tenderizer and natural sweetener. So this is the key ingredient in my mind when it comes to making the marinade.
And how long should you cook these mushrooms for? Because mine are sizzling. Maybe I have too much sauce on them?
No, I think mine are sizzling too very, very quickly, as they shouldn't be so quickly, but this is a great grill. So
This is a very fast grill.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this should be on a lower heat, perhaps?
Yeah.
And cook a little slower?
Mine's so I'm gonna flip mine.
Yeah, let's do that. Why don't we flip?
And
flip?
I want to know about the different ways we can serve these.
Okay, but before we do that,
Yeah.
just let's add some of the other things that I think should go with it, okay?
Oh, we're gonna add more stuff to the grill. Okay.
So there's green onion and there's white onion.
Okay.
So put all of those in
Yeah,
there?
let's throw those on there as well.
Anywhere on the grill?
Sure.
Anywhere we can find room?
Anywhere where there's heat.
Okay.
My inability to cook on camera is gonna show up today, boy. Listen, look at this. Do not judge me. I'm just
No,
throwing
your
things everywhere.
arrangement is beautiful. Like,
Is
look,
it?
look at her. She's making like a stir fry over here. But yours is very pretty.
Thank you very much, Chef. I don't feel so bad anymore. Okay, we're also putting we're putting all those
Okay,
onions.
so yeah, so all we're gonna do with the onions is just char them, okay?
Okay.
So just turn them over,
Yep. So I can start turning these
char them,
over.
and I'm gonna turn off the heat because it is hot.
Listen, I didn't want to say anything, but it is hot in here.
It's hot. So, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a wrap.
Okay.
Koreans love wraps, okay? And
Can I turn off this burner?
yeah, why don't we do that?
I want to get mine a little crispier. But no, I'll turn it off. I'll turn it
so
off.
turn
Okay.
yours off as well, because if the butane explodes, it's not my fault. Okay, so now, so what I want you to do is let's take a piece of one of the mushrooms,
Okay. I'm gonna take this one.
place it on top of the perilla leaf, because we're using a perilla leaf wrap.
Okay.
Take a small white onion and a small green onion,
Okay.
Okay.
and then
Ooh, this is hot.
it is hot.
This is hot, honey.
Why is everything so hot? So,
Okay.
and then eat it.
And you just fold it
roll
up and
that
eat it?
and eat it?
Okay, wait. Can we?
Oh my gosh.
Can I blow on it a little?
Oh God.
This is not pretty. Do not put the camera on me.
Off from me.
But can you taste that meatiness in
It
it?
is so good.
Yeah, it's very
You
good.
guys, it tastes like meat. The texture is incredible. That's wonderful.
That's really good. My mouth is full.
Oh yeah, of course. My mouth is full too. Wow. Next, you've made us rice noodles in a soybean broth. Tell us about this one.
Okay, so this is a classic summer dish, okay? And what it is it's somen noodles, right? It's very, very thin, like vermicelli, right? And what you have is chilled soybean broth, right? And the chilled soybean broth, I could tell you how to make it.
Please do.
Yeah, how do you make it with
So
the
this is
soybean?
how grandmothers used to make it. I'm not sure that's the way kids this generation do it anymore.
Okay.
But what it is you take soybean, right? And what you're doing is you're putting it in water, putting it in the fridge overnight, right? And then finally you're dumping it draining the water, putting it in boiling water, cooking it up. Very important that you don't cook it for more than 3 or 4 minutes, because then it turns really, really mushy, right? Bath water, cold bath water, then what you want to do is you want to just take the skin off, peel the skin off the soybean, right? Then you want to puree it with pine nuts and sesame seeds, right? And then add water according to how watery you like your soup. And then you cook your noodles, and then of course you add it to it. Today, that's not what kids do, of course.
Okay.
Right? They go to
kids do
well,
today?
they go to your grocery store and buy organic soy milk,
Right.
And then pretend that they made it.
But
They pretend.
They pretend
this
really
is
well.
such a delicate, beautiful flavor.
Yeah, try it.
It's really
No, I already had
lovely.
some of that, but I want to move on to the next one because
Yeah.
it looks really delicious. Scallion pancakes. Tell us about this one.
So pajeon, pa means green onion.
Okay.
And then jeon means pancake.
Pajeon.
Okay. And Koreans, we don't eat pancake like the way everyone else does, right?
Okay.
So none of that syrupy, like artificial. No.
It's more savory.
So yeah. So what it is, it's a savory pancake, and this is a classic street food. So basically, what you have is
Sounds good.
You have APF. Right, with corn flour or cornstarch, right? You're making a batter out of it, but you want to make sure that the batter is pretty runny because you're using vegetables and the vegetables are going to cook very, very quickly, right? And you want it very thin. Add the green onions. Here, I've also put a little bit of red and yellow pepper and some carrots.
Delicious.
3 minutes one side, flip it over, 3 minutes on the other side, and you
That
have...
couldn't be easier, but
That's
what
so
about this dipping sauce? It's delightful.
It's just very, very simple. Soy, sesame, right? A touch of Korean chili pepper called gochugaru, and you have your dipping sauce.
Sang, I feel like we could truly make all of these at home and feel really good while we do it. Thank you so much, as usual. Wonderful. So, viewers at home, get your phones out and scan the QR code on your screens to get the recipes right in the palm of your hand.
May is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and to celebrate, we want to learn more about how a whole new generation of North American chefs are approaching traditional dishes with a contemporary flair.
Here with her take on neo-Chinese cuisine is Chef Eva Chen.
Yay!
Thanks for having me.
Welcome back, Eva.
Thanks for having me.
This spread looks incredible, and we can't wait to dive in. But first, tell us, what is neo-Chinese cuisine?
So, you know, neo-Chinese cuisine basically all started in the past couple of years when all of these amazing Canadian, American, European-born Chinese chefs who come back from their travels are reinventing Chinese cuisine, whether it's taking off nostalgia, memories, all our essentials from traveling, everything we've learned from European kitchens. We are trying to show the future and the progression of what Chinese cuisine could be.
Love it.
Love it. Okay, Eva, let's get started. This looks so delicious. Here we have Hong Kong toast bites. What makes this so unique?
So first of all, this started from Hong Kong Cafe, which is a product of British colonization. Basically, you take 2 pieces of white bread and you sandwich it either with coconut jam, with peanut butter, or with condensed milk, and then you deep fry it in a egg and custard batter.
Oh, decadent. Okay, so this is gorgeous. I'm gonna try. Can we try? Are we allowed to?
Absolutely.
Can we go in?
Wow. Yeah, please take a piece.
That is beautiful. Can I just I'm going right in.
Yeah.
I'm going right in.
Underneath is oolong tea, condensed milk.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, it's sweet,
So
it's
good.
beautiful. These actually have condensed, tea-infused condensed milk in them. So
Yes.
can you talk about that?
Oh my gosh.
So you take a little bit of evaporated milk and condensed milk, which is, surprise, the #1 dairy product we use. And then we steep it with high-quality Chinese black oolong tea. And what I want to do is impart that traditionalism back into something that's not traditional.
It's
so good.
I mean, I love that we started here. We started with dessert, basically, right?
Yeah, you can't go back to any other type of French toast once you've had it deep fried.
No.
Okay, so let's talk about the next dish. It's your turnip mochi cake. I haven't had mochi with turnip. I don't know, is it sweet? Is it savory? What is it like?
Most of the time you hear mochi, it's sweet, but in this instance, it's savory. This dish is a play on dim sum classic. We've all had pan-fried turnip cake, and we've all had this football-shaped fritter called hamseogok, and I wanted to marry it together to have that same chewy texture, and so it's a turnip cake with a little bit of glutinous rice flour in it.
Okay.
So it's sticky, it's salty, and you dip in a little bit of a garlic chili sauce.
Is there mochi in it?
There's mochi in it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going with both. I'm going in.
Yes,
Okay.
that's how you have it.
God.
Oh my gosh.
Don't judge. Don't judge
Oh,
my
wow.
use.
How is it?
It's amazing.
Oh my
I could eat this
gosh.
whole thing.
Just enough soft and chewy at the same time. That's the beauty of mochi.
Wow.
I love this. This is so good. This is good because you are not very adventuresome.
And I love this. This is incredible.
This is
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
good. Okay, so next up, you've brought us a shrimp wonton toast.
Yeah, so this is the product of the silly antics between me and my father.
Yeah.
When we go out for dim sum, he really likes having fried shrimp toast, which is a toast filled with shrimp mousse and encased in sesame seeds. I really like deep fried shrimp wontons, but we can never finish it on our own. So one day at home, we married 2 ideas together. So in the bottom, there's toast, and then you see the shrimp mousse and sesame seeds.
Okay.
And then we're going to cut through the crunch of the wonton skin.
Can you hear that? It was good. Okay. Okay, so you want us to drizzle a little bit of lemon on this first, correct?
Yeah, a little bit of lemon. It gives it a freshness. Pick it
Okay.
up with the lettuce, and there should be this fresh crunch together
This is
with a
so
little bit of
cute.
carbs.
Oh, hi, hold on. Oh,
I can hear your crunch too.
I love an auditory. It's like an ASMR sensual experience. And I think this is beautiful. It's bright, it's crunchy. It's like, would you have this for any time of day, lunch?
Yeah, it could be an afternoon snack. It could be a morning breakfast, honestly, with fried eggs.
I've still got the heat kicking from the mochi. It's a little bit of that. It's so
Just
good.
numbing your mouth a bit.
How do you ensure that the crunch that we have do we get that crunch at home? Do we fry them? Do we bake them? What do we do?
It's a little bit of both. So you do deep fry in a shallow pan the wonton skin side, and then after that you flip it and you finish it in the oven.
Okay.
So you have a little bit of both. You can also do this in an air fryer at home.
All right.
All right, well, let's get to the last one. Last but not least, the epic burger, the char siu smash burger. What makes this so special?
So this is two common folk food blended together. One is from North American concept of burger, which is something I grew up with. It's so easy. It's something that a student would pick up on the side of the street, you know, a working mom. And in Hong Kong, it is a bowl of sorrowful char siu rice.
Sorry, can you stop for a second? Can you talk about the word sorrowful rice? Sad rice.
It's from a movie. There's a scene where basically this guy's eating this bowl of rice while crying and thinking about his life. But it's just such a comforting food. It brings tears to us. It makes us think of nostalgia and growing up in Hong Kong. And I wanted to marry that. And the key is having some ginger scallion in the sweet potato bun, some pickles, and a char siu chicken patty.
Sweet potato bun is great.
Right?
Yeah.
It's sweet, it's lovely, it's cozy.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this whole blend.
That's the key about neo-Chinese cuisine. You know?
Like, does anyone ever say, like, no, you don't mess with the classics? Or is everybody on board with the whole, like, meshing?
I think this is still something very new, so we're all just exploring. You know, that's why we're trying to come up with this new term, neo-Chinese cuisine, which is where we are bringing in the new influence with old school influence all together. And that's the future of Chinese food.
Well, it's a beautiful future. Thank you so much.
With the cold weather creeping in, we are starting to crave those cozy, comforting meals that warm us from the inside out. And hot pots have been doing that for over 1,000 years.
Yeah, more than just a delicious dish, it's a fun and communal eating experience. Here to teach us all about it with some of her favorite flavors is Chef Eva Chin. Welcome back to the show, Eva. Good to have you.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me again.
And Chef Eva, before we get to the delicious food, I understand that Kay the sheep, who was just here, isn't the only one that's going to be at the Royal Agricultural Winter Fair.
That's right. I'm going to be there this Saturday at 7 p.m. at the Culinary Academy stage. Catch me there and come make chicken baos with me.
Ooh!
Delicious.
I love that. Today, it's going to be hot pots, as we said off of the top. So for anybody who's not familiar, what is hot pots?
So hot pot is more than a dish. It's an experience. It's a communal pot of simmering broth where we take raw ingredients and then we cook it in the broth and we eat it with sauce, which is the second part of hot pot. But in general, it is an experience for Chinese food.
Okay, and what is the history of this meal?
It dates more than 1,000 years back, but one of the first recorded experiences of hot pot was Mongolian warriors. When they take a pit stop, they would use their helmets, their metal helmets over fire, and they would simmer chunks of meats. I'm not sure it's sanitary, but you know.
Okay, so you're gonna walk us through how all of this comes together, starting with the tools. So what are the tools of the trade for a hot pot?
So we start with burners. Burners is the first aspect of hot pot. Here you see butane burners. It's great, that's portable, it's got a lot of heat, but if you want to start beginner, slow, more easier to control, I would use induction, which is plug-in. The second is pot. As you can see, this is a clay pot, also known as nabe for Japanese-style hot pots. And then this is a duo yin-yang style hot pot, a double pot, where you can enjoy two different broths at the same time.
Wow, love that.
And there are different tools involved as well.
And the third part is your utensils. So I have a ladle without holes for broth, and then a ladle with holes for scooping, and then this is a long chopstick. Usually one designated person in the group cooks with it.
This ladle has a hook on it.
I know, you can actually hook this and let it rest without burning your hands.
Oh,
very cool.
Right?
And then, as you mentioned, there are different types of hot pots, right? But I've noticed ones that are deeper and taller.
Yes, the deeper and taller ones, those are more for lamb broth. This one is more Hong Kong style, what I grew up with, and it's a yin-yang style hot pot.
So what did you bring today? What broth did you bring?
Today I brought a duo yin-yang hot pot, a sukiyaki clay pot hot pot.
Awesome.
The sukiyaki is a Japanese broth that's sweet, made with sake, sugar daikon. This has got mala, which is spicy hot pot, and then this is a mushroom vegetarian broth.
Okay, so once you have the broth boiling, what raw ingredients do you add?
So as you see, there's a wide array here. We start with vegetables in the beginning, and then we move on to seafood, meats, and at the very, very end, when you want to enjoy the broth, then we have it with noodles.
Okay,
And then
noodles
you
last.
drink the broth, you eat it with the noodles. Not everyone does it, but that's something I prefer.
Okay, because TV is TV, you've pre-cooked some of the things for us because a lot of these are raw ingredients to begin with, and they do take some time to prepare. So let's start with the whole process. So how do we begin?
So as you can see, you have here all the food that I've cooked.
Yep.
And then this is your dipping sauce, which I've made for you. So sauce is a big part of hot pot. Usually in restaurants, there's like a buffet array of sauce, little buckets of sauces. And here you have chili oil, you got garlic, you have chilies. So I made you a sauce with sesame, peppercorn, oil. So yeah, you could combine.
So what we do is, okay, so ingredients go into
We go in here?
the broth first.
And then you could dip what you want in the sauce, and then you can enjoy the noodles and the broth.
Afterwards, you dip.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
okay,
dip
okay.
it.
And
We
you've
put a
given
little
me
bit
a
of this.
spicy one because I'm Korean, so I was asking if you had
So you got the mala spicy broth.
Yes.
And you in the sauce, it is the sesame oil, cilantro, garlic.
Nice.
type of
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
Eva.
Really?
All right,
Yes.
I'm going in.
Obviously, for you, I took out the chilies.
I can't handle any spice.
I remember.
I had my Filipino card revoked
I
at birth.
remember.
So, but in any case, this is, I mean, it's delicious. I mean, we all have different ingredients, right? This is amazing.
Everyone has different ingredients. Obviously, yours pescatarian and vegetables. Both of you had beef and shrimp.
Now, when I picture hot pots, I see everyone sitting around a table, but you say you actually do this standing up.
During the cooking part, it's important to stand up. The whole table stand up. Number one, you don't want to get your sleeves messy, you know. It's easier to reach, even with longer chopsticks. But when it's time to sit down, it's when everyone's done cooking and everyone's sitting down, doing the slurping, doing the drinking.
Gotcha.
Are there any other rules for preparing and eating hot pot that we should be aware of, like in terms of this process and step by step?
So I would call it etiquette. Hot pot etiquette, number one, do not mix your utensils for cooking and for eating, because you don't want to cross-contaminate raw.
Oh.
That's why usually there's a designated person who cooks. Number two, do not hoard the pot. Please pick what you put in.
Have you ever watched The Social? We're starving all the time.
Number three, make sure you don't put a lot of ingredients all at once because it takes a long time to cook it all. You don't want to be that person.
Oh, okay. And you've also brought a drink that you can have with your hot pot meal.
Yes, so it's known as a sour plum tonic.
Okay.
Oh.
A what?
Sour plum tonic.
Let's take a little taste.
Non-alcoholic.
It's non-alcoholic.
It's kind of like cranberry juice, but what it does, it releases an
that's
enzyme
nice.
that helps you digest. It's incredibly
nice.
tart, but we drink it so that we can eat more.
And do you drink it throughout the entire meal and then after?
Before, during, a lot after.
A lot after, just to cleanse out the system.
Yeah, you feel a lot better.
It does remind me of cranberry juice. A little sweeter.
Yeah, this is delicious. All right. Is hot pot something that you typically make at home, or is it mostly eaten at restaurants?
So, you know, like in Hong Kong, when I was growing up, if you go, during the wintertime, you go out, everyone offers hot pot. And if you don't want to do dishes, if you want to have beautiful ingredients cut without having to sweat about it, go out to eat. If you are willing to put in that practice at home with close friends, I really suggest doing hot pot at home. It's really a nice party to host, a hot pot party.
I would come to that party.
Yes.
Right?
Are you gonna have us over soon? Because like this is what I don't trust myself to do this, but this is phenomenal tasting.
Thank you.
Eva, thank you as always. You just blow us away.
Thank you.
Delicious, delicious.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I hope everyone eats more hot pot. You know, of all the episodes, this is my favorite.
Oh, I love that.
Lovely.
Our next guest is a storyteller who loves to share his experiences through food. Now, today he's taking us on a journey to his homeland with a spread of Korean street food. Please welcome back to the show, Chef Sam.
I miss you, ladies, even when I see you.
Listen, let's get into it. So you recently took a trip back to the homeland, to Korea, and ate your way around the country. Tell us where you went.
So I spent 1 month in Korea, and half of it in Seoul, and the other half I spent visiting coastal towns and cities. But it was in the southern port city of Busan where I had the most transformative experience.
What was so transformative about it?
So my father passed away during the pandemic, or right before the pandemic, but I wasn't very close to him. It was 15 years since I'd seen him last. And And Busan is a city where many of the Korean war refugees during the Korean War retreated to. And they retreated there because of the UN Busan perimeter that was going to protect them. And my father's parents, like so many millions of others, literally carried their kids, him and his two older sisters, all preteens, across rivers, over mountains, hundreds of miles down coastlines. And my grandparents never made it. But through the help of a Swiss doctor, my aunts and my father survived. Now, Busan is two words. One is pu, which means cauldron, so think about a bottom of a wok as a valley. And the other is han, which means mountain, so it's surrounded by mountains, right? So I decided that I was gonna do an 8-hour trek, okay? And this 8-hour trek was on a closed mountain, so it was close to the public. So I snuck in there, and I climbed this mountain to see what they would do. And then, and I did it from this shanty town, colorful village where the refugees originally retreated to and set a base, beautiful little village. And then I ended up in the southernmost part, which is the coast called Haeundae. And it was there that when I walked that I realized everything about everything that I do, from my writing to the way I present food, the way I prepare food, has profoundly shifted.
Oh, wow.
What a beautiful story. Yeah.
So, Busan is actually known for its seafood. So why don't we begin with the food? And you've got some fish skewers that we're all going to dive into. Can you tell us a little bit about them while we grab them?
Sure.
Ooh.
This is called omok. So you guys,
Okay.
and this is exactly the way you would eat it at a bus station, on a street cart, things like that, right? And it's fish cakes. It's skewered fish cakes.
We just
Cynthia
eat it off the
took the wrong
stick?
one. Yeah.
Did I take the wrong one?
No, you
Okay,
can take any one you want.
Let's get the other one.
Oh, I took the wrong one?
No,
you took the right
no,
one.
Cynthia.
grab the one
Cynthia's,
that was
okay.
sorry.
So it's fish cakes.
Yeah.
And it's in the staple Korean broth, which is anchovy and kelp. Okay? Yeah. And so you just eat it off. It's a bucket stick, right? And you can get it everywhere. It's completely ubiquitous in Korea.
That's delicious. Okay, but wait a minute. One's the fish cake, and then what's this?
They're both fish cakes.
Okay, just
Yeah.
different forms. Okay. You brought us another seafood dish for us to sample, and this one's made with crab and can be eaten in different ways.
Yes. So this is my favorite, okay? It's called 간장 게장, which means soy marinated raw crab.
Oh, wow,
So it's horse crab. Here in North America, you can get Chesapeake Bay, like blue crabs.
Look at those guys.
And you just marinate it in soy, mirin, garlic, ginger, all of that for 48 hours like I did, right? And basically, the way you eat it is go ahead and eat it.
Just like this?
Yeah, just
The way you eat it, we're already
nori.
stuffing it.
I've mixed in some rice, mixed it in with a lot of the guts and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's amazing.
This is good.
So a lot of viscera in there. And that's the way you would eat the kanjang geja.
It's delicious.
It's really good.
It's really, really delicious.
I can't taste the guts, so that's good. So tell us about some more of the amazing street food, the scene, if you will, in Busan.
Yeah, so Koreans love to eat out, right? They don't like inviting people in too much. Or at least I didn't get invited. But anyway, and they eat out, and of course they love food. And now Busan is very modern, like Korea is. It's the second largest city. But where you find the great classic, antique, or traditional type of markets are in the side streets, and of course in the fish markets. In Busan, they take their seafood incredibly seriously.
I was supposed to ask a question, but I just put one of those.
Okay. Can somebody take it? I will, yeah.
Yeah,
So
take
we're about to try one of the other famous street foods that you were able to experience. What is this?
So it's called hot dog. Okay, so I want everybody to imagine in the audience a hot dog. And then erase that image. Now, because this has nothing to do with it, okay? This is called hot dog, and what it is it's a pancake that's filled with sugar and also cinnamon and other spices and seeds. It's very,
Can we eat it with our? Can we do this? Can we do this?
You just eat it on its own. It's good, huh? And here's the thing. Here's the story. My father, when he was in the hospital, the day before I arrived, and I was just gonna say, farewell to him and then take my leave. But the day before I arrived, he fell on the grounds of the hospital and he shattered his dentures. And therefore he couldn't eat anything, and he didn't want Jell-O for the rest of his life. And he only had 1 month left. So the first lie I told my father was that I had ordered new sets of dentures for him, knowing that it wasn't gonna arrive, right? The second thing I said was, let me make you what you want. And he thought about the thing that most, where he remembered his happy childhood with when his parents were still alive, with him and his sisters, and it was in Busan at a street vendor making these pancakes. I went there because it was still there. I waited in line for 1 hour for that reason. And it's a very similar recipe.
Wow.
Food just connects people. It's so special.
Okay, we have time, Chef, for one more dish, and it has also a very special place in your heart. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so as I said, I was gonna leave after that one day I saw my dad, but because he couldn't eat, I said, well, obviously I can't make you hot dog because you have to chew it, and if I have to chew it for you, I might as well just eat it, right?
It's delicious.
So what is the other thing that you want, right? And he said the other thing that evoked a very happy memory was this abalone porridge. Porridge is like congee, right?
Right, okay.
And abalone. So for the next month, every single day, the first 5 days he complained about everything, the texture, the taste, and all that, the color. But for the next month, until the day he passed, I made him abalone porridge.
You made this every day?
Single day.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, look at you guys.
Did he love it?
I think he did, but he was so busy eating it. That, it was that or Jell-O.
Yeah. Wow. Well, we adore you. Thank you so much for being here.
Love it.
Thank you for having me, as always, ladies. And thank all of you. Thank you so much for being here.
Keep on sharing your incredible writing online.
If you've been watching me on the show over the years, you probably know two things about me. I love BTS, and I love food. I also love our next guest for bringing my two obsessions together.
That's right, Lainey. We're about to try some BTS-inspired dishes, and Chef Sang Kim is here to make it happen. Welcome back to the show.
What a great audience today. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Karaoke City.
I feel like very lucky right now because I'm in the midst of two BTS experts and two food lovers and a food expert. But so explain to me, as a novice, I need to be educated. What is the connection between BTS and food?
Okay, well, firstly, I credit Lainey for bringing BTS, which used to be my 576th favorite band, to 567. So she did a great job. But no, I love BTS as well. But you know what? Korean culture, of course, is all about food. And what you have is individuals. They're, all 19 of them. And each of them have very, very specific tastes, of course, right? But because they're embedded in that food culture, you have people with very individual tastes. And a lot of these dishes are, of course, inspired by what some of their favorites are.
Okay, so on that note, the first dish that you've already made for us is jimdak, right?
Jimdak.
This holds a special place in my heart because when BTS was in Toronto, they went to a small restaurant in Thornhill to try this dish or to have this dish. I obviously went there after them, and I loved it. So we're gonna dig in now, but can you describe it for those who've never had it?
So jimdak, of course, is braised chicken, and it's confusing because it's duck. So when you say jimdak, people will say, well, no, I actually ordered chicken, but it's actually chicken, right? It's braised chicken, and it's famous all over the world, of course, braised chicken. Everybody does it. And what you want to do with this is it comes from my father's ancestral homeland.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which makes it very, very special for me.
Yeah.
And that's exactly the way I've created this dish.
Well, I have to ask, this is braising like I've never had it before. It's like the pinnacle, the top, the best braising. How do I nail that?
Okay, so with Korean, it's very simple. You have to balance spice or the heat. So there's fresh red, and then dried chili peppers.
Okay.
But the key thing to it, of course, is the braising liquid, which has to be perfectly balanced with dark soy sauce and dark or brown sugar. Okay? So that's the key.
That's the key.
So good.
Oh my God. So next you're gonna put us to work. What are we going to make?
Okay, this is going to be a challenge, obviously, for Jessie and her hand there, but
We'll do it.
so I may end up having to do yours. But basically, what you want to do is a watermelon punch. Okay. So watermelon punch is
BTS made it on their show in the soup.
in the soup. That's
Yeah.
right, and
So-
they love this. Everyone, it reminds all of us of our childhood and family picnics, right? Because Korea is a very, very hot place, and this is very specifically BTS inspired, and I'm going to explain why. But we'll get you to work. What you want to do is I've obviously have this seedless watermelon, and I've carved it out. I've gotten rid of the interior, and what you want to do is scoop out with a melon baller, and then put it back into the empty ones.
How many?
Oh my
Just
gosh.
enough?
Just as much as you
keep going.
can.
Okay.
With Jessie, it looks like just one, but
I'm going. Here we go.
as much. Don't hurt yourself over
No,
there.
I won't.
Okay.
This is so good.
I'm usually the one having problems, and he's insulting me. So what's up with you today? Okay.
And then what you want to do is you want to also. I've put some. I've carved out some honeydew lemon as well.
Okay.
Melon. So you want to put those in there.
Okay.
Okay. And then here's the BTS inspired thing. You ready? Okay. It's the flavored milk. I don't
This
know
is
which
the
one-
flavored milk?
Yes, I think
Okay.
yours is apple, and I think yours is strawberry.
Okay.
Oh,
Or melon.
yes. Okay.
You put that in there.
Yeah.
And then, of course, chilsang. Oh, not in your mouth. In the.
sorry.
Yeah.
Try out.
And then the
Chilsang?
chilsang cider. Now, chilsang cider, of course, is very similar to Sprite or 7-Up.
Oh yeah,
Right?
that's lovely.
Yeah. And then let's garnish it with. Let's put some lemons in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Toss in a straw.
Okay.
Stir it up.
Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful.
So cute. Yeah.
And then you just drink it. You see, it's nice and creamy and all of that stuff. Yeah, it's delicious. Then you'll need.
Do you feel like a K-pop idol now?
This is amazing. It's so refreshing and delicious.
It's good, huh?
Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh,
So good. Okay, so if I ever host a dinner party, this next dish is going to be a surefire way for BTS if they show up to serve to them, right? It's kimchi jjigae,
Yes.
or kimchi stew. So we're going to dig into this now. Seriously, what's up with this stew, and is this the best way to get into their hearts?
Yes. There's two things that must always be together in a Korean meal, and that's pork, tofu, and kimchi. That's three. Okay, not two.
It's so good, right?
Those three things have to come together, and of course, by way of consensus, Korean cuisine is all based on that. If anybody's going to a Korean restaurant, and you want to know how good it is, you always ask for their kimchi jjigae, right?
I want to ask for it every day of my life.
And
It's so good.
every BTS member loves it by way of this is the one dish that they would eat together.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Sang, before you go, I understand that you have, I'm very excited to say this, a new cooking show premiering on September 3rd. Will you please tell us all about it? It's amazing.
Thank you very much for mentioning that. It's called Searching with Chef Sang, and it premieres on TLN on September 3rd. And it's all about finding that elusive quest for home, family, community, and the connective tissue, of course, is food. And I cross this country and meet some incredible Canadians in that process.
That's incredible.
It's been incredible. It's been incredible for me over this last decade to have you on our show and for you to teach me so many things about food. Thank you so much for being here today and making my dreams come true.
Thank you for watching. If you want more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell. For bite-sized videos you won't find anywhere else, check us out on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook.